Let's do something spontaneous and build a very oversized Reamp box. So I have this, you see it? Lundal transformer, a very big knob, a 10K potentiometer, a Neutrik XLR, a plastic jack, 4 feet, and a, see, these aren't it's filled with holes, so I fill the holes with a bunch of bolts, which is gonna get screwed. But first I think we're gonna sand it down and maybe do some design on it. My back is killing me right now, but I'm gonna try to get it done either way. So let's sand. Nope, sorry, let's not sand. Let's drill out the XLR first, then sand. Yo. Let's sand it down to 120. Let's plug it in first. I'm actually gonna be pretty happy with that because I want it to look dirty. Of course we're not done, but we're done with 120. So let's go for not 80. 240. Yeah, I'm happy with that look. It's dirty, but in a nice way. I think we should do some transfer paper. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I forgot to make the feet. So what we're gonna do is tap the feet into this. We're gonna drill them and tap them so we can just screw them in from the bottom. So that's up next. Let's start with the one we had on, I think it was 3.5 millimeters. I guess since this is pretty thin, maybe the best idea isn't to tap it, but to use a screw from the bottom. Yeah, let's do that instead. I didn't realize it was so thin, so let's do 6 millimeters. Does it fit? It does. And we'll just use a nut on the inside. So that's perfect. The feet are in place, and I don't know if you can see it, but they're bolted down. So that's actually it for the big one, since it's already painted and I mean it's done. So what we're gonna do next is to clean this up and clean up my hands and my workspace, and after that we're gonna go into Photoshop and make a design. So the idea here is, of course, the XLR input there, the big knob with the attenuator in the middle, and the jack there, the output. And somewhere on one of the holes we're gonna do a little mounted transformer somehow. So let's jump into Photoshop and design this puppy. Okay, so I made a design. So this is gonna go on the top, the passive reamp. This is gonna be for the knob. This is gonna go somewhere, and these are the input and outputs. I print extras just so that if I get one that's streaky, hopefully the next one isn't, so I can pick and choose the best one out of the bunch. So let's print this out and see where we end up. Nice. Yeah, done and clear coated. So let's start connecting a few things. This isn't gonna do anything, it's just LED, but since it's passive and doesn't have power, it's not gonna power up, but it's gonna look a little bit cooler than without it. LED. You can see what it was before. So, XLR, dummy light, reamp out. I forgot, or almost forgot, that I needed a ground switch, but now it's on. Let me wait a bit. Okay, power switch. Oh, this is also that. That's a real thing. I guess we could make sure we add something. There we go. This is perfect. There we go, from minimum to max. So let's see, we only have that one left, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these. And they need bolts that are how big? Maybe 8 and 8. Yeah, that is what happens when you are an idiot. Yeah, 8. This is only to fill out the holes. Although I guess one of them I might use for the transformer. We shall see. I mean, it's starting to look pretty good, I think. Can we do small ones? We have 2 small ones. Yeah. Yes, yes, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Should we do the tiny ones or do it? Some of them set that one is. Yeah. Are these nice size? So, yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's the front panel. Let's see if it fits. Wouldn't it be fun if it didn't? Yep, fits perfectly. So what do we need? We need the transformer to be mounted somewhere, somehow. What do we have? Oh, I guess we could do one of these. Somewhere. And just mount it with a zip tie. Zip ties. Should we do a big one? Yeah. Nope. Okay, so that was not a good idea. Let's do... I mean, I guess we could do just like a little... Or we could just glue it in. I mean, there is already glue. Let's do that. Let's just glue that motherfucker. That should be enough. I don't remember if this was the fast acting glue or the slow. Either way, it's like 20 minutes. That should be good enough. Here we go. And in 20 minutes I will start soldering. Just finish this thing up. So, see you then. Okay, let's solder. So, let's do the switch first of all. And then we're going from that to... going straight to the jack. So from that to here. Normally when I film I like to clean up a lot, but since this is spontaneous, which isn't very uncommon for me, you're getting the real. This is how I usually work. I mean, you always want to clean up for a video, but when you're just gonna do the work, then you just want to get on with it as fast as you can. Let's do this one on the bottom. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so number 2, let's do that white. And boys, you always gotta remember to clean your tip. A little bit of solder. There we go. There we have it. It's going over here. Is this gonna be the most beautiful build ever? Absolutely not. But is it gonna work? Hopefully. There we go. We're gonna make it a little bit cleaner later on with some zip ties. So, yeah, the next part is gonna be going from here to there. So there's a camera in my way. Big blob for Bob. Yes, there we go. Okay, so now we need to measure because I want to make sure that minimum is on minimum. So if I measure on this side and here, we have 10K. Well, on this side, we have 0. So my camera overheated. It does that, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. So I measured and I need to go on this side to get 0 ohms at the... I think this will be the right way, but we don't want it to attenuate anything when it's at minimum, and we want it to attenuate more, so it's kind of like the opposite way of a guitar pot, for example. And I'm not sure which way the wiper, or which... I might have to swap out these two. I don't know yet. I am not a pot expert. There we go. Now only one left and then we can test it. And that one is going from there to there. When I'm done, I'm not gonna zip tie it just yet, since I want to try it out before I do that. So I'll be doing that off camera later on. I mean, it's not too bad, but could always look a little bit prettier. That's what she said. Oh yeah, and we should connect this one to ground. Almost forgot that tiny little detail. There we go. And there we go. So now it's just connecting to ground. That's missing. Let's do a bit of wire for that. Let's do another Q-tip. Ah, my neck. I got a strained neck from yesterday. There we go. Now it's... yeah, perfect. So let's do this one. Have a little bit of that. There we go, it's hot. Bend it down. Cut it off. Around there. Bend it. That should be good. There we go. Full connection. And that's it. That should be it. Hopefully it's it. It's it. That should be done. Let's try it out. Yep, tried it out and it works pretty fucking perfect except one thing, and that is the pot. Maybe it's too small, or maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Like I said, I'm no pot expert, so I'm just gonna see if it makes a difference switching these out. Let's try it again, shall we? Yeah, that did not work, so I'm thinking we need a bigger pot. And if that doesn't work either, then I'm just doing it wrong simply. Would probably be easier to try it a different way first, but I'm fairly sure that I'm right. Like a little bit sure. I think that's gonna work a lot better. There we go. Okay, so let's see if we can get this to adhere. Somebody is probably watching this right now and being like, oh, you fucking idiot. And future me is like, hey, yeah, that's me. I don't think it matters which, since it's input and output, or let's see, output should go to, I think this is the way. And the last one. There we go. So this is a 100k pot. I'm not looking for a lot of attenuation, just enough. So let's see if that works. Yes, sir. It is working. I tried it out on both bass and guitar, and there is a slight difference, of course, but I mean, it's an analog circuit. I don't think we can make it perfect, but it's really close. So all I'm gonna do now is clean this up a little bit, put it in a case, and then we are done. And you're gonna see it in a couple of videos very soon. There we go. This box of reamping. I think it turned out great. I wish I had still had a cap for this knob, but I don't. So it is what it is. But yeah, for a spontaneous build, I'm really happy. It looks great. It works great. I mean, the transformer probably could have been better and more tailored for a reamping box. But it was the transformer I had, and it does the trick, and it sounds good enough for me. So yeah, until next time, take care and bye bye.